I'm like, yo, we got to a point now where like we actually, it's like, it's actually now siding with the tyrants, siding with the people who's oppressing, and saying that like us who's getting oppressed and complaining about that leave. So what, right?
Yeah. Because it's because it hasn't affected them yet.
Yeah.
And once it starts to affect you and you start to see people disappear for having certain opinions, because that's how power works.
China, CCP.
Nobody, yeah, you already, but nobody that gets power gives it back. That's not how the game works. They tighten the leash. When we first started with taxes, income taxes was started by convincing the poor people that they were only going to promote income taxes to the rich people. And so poor people were like, yeah, fuck those people. They got all the money anyway. Fuck Andrew Tate. He got all this clout, James. You know, why did it doesn't matter, right? And then eventually it got to the point where the rich people who are okay, Andrew Tate's going to be fine. He's going to be okay. The rich people who are paying those taxes are okay because now they have the money to hire lawyers and avoid those taxes, while the poor people are left carrying the bag because they don't have the resources. So when this gets to a certain point where you start to get silenced yourself, that's when people are going to care, but it's probably going to be too late.
Yo, let's be real though, man. So when I look at Andrew Tate out of here, Sneako out of here, now obviously there's a chain of command, right? And you know, like now that Andrew Tate and Sneako is gone, the next tier now is Poor Man Podcast, Fresh and Fit, Steph is Cold, et cetera, right?
Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. I gotta give him a shout out.
Listen, he's amazing, right? So we did reach out, and he's going through some but like once he's done with those things, and he's definitely coming to have that conversation with us, right?
Yeah.
So are you ever in fear of, yo, nigga, we next? And like, honestly, there's nothing we can do to like control this.
Yeah, if you see my channel, I haven't posted in 11 days. It's because I'm preparing myself for a situation where I don't have a platform anymore.
Why?
So, because at any moment it can be taken away. And if you have the resources to prevent yourself from being homeless after your business gets taken away, I'm just diversifying essentially. Because I don't know how sustainable it is in the long run. Because did you know that they played Sneako in the Senate?
Wow, I did not
you hear
know
that?
No.
They played Sneako in the Senate and said that his messaging was harmful, dangerous, and extremist.
Wow.
Who decides what's harmful, dangerous, and extremist? But they played it in the Senate and said, we got to get rid of this radical rhetoric.
Yeah.
And to me personally, I don't think that much of it is radical. I think that teaching a young child that they can determine their own gender before they even know if Santa Claus is real is more dangerous and extreme. But nobody cares about that. It's about if a guy is saying you need to be the best version of yourself, stop allowing comfort so they can't, stop allowing yourself to be so comfortable that you're easily to take advantage of.
Yeah.
When those people start to talk, when those guys that have protected society for all of human history start to speak up about the tyranny that's happening, that's when you want to silence them because it's not beneficial to the money you're making.
Wait, they actually played Sneako in the Senate. Now, again, this is where, right, like being like a black man, right? Because all of our lives, and we were told, yo, listen, the Republicans, conservatives, they're your enemy. These niggas don't fuck with you. Don't fuck with them, right? And now as an adult, when I see things like, yo, like the stifling of free speech, that's not coming from conservatives. That's coming from Democrats and liberals.
People who say they're tolerant.
Yeah, right.
But they will take your livelihood if you don't agree with them.
Yeah, right. And then when we see like some things like, yo, like, you know, they're now pushing to where they can come into my home, and if my kid is, you know, saying, yo, he wants to be a female, they can come into my home, take my kid, and like do whatever they want to do to him to like, right. Now we're seeing there's a particular group inside pushing for these things and stifling on our natural rights. At what point do we say, yo, listen, like the enemy isn't conservatives, the enemy is, you know, people who are trying to stifle your rights, which is them other niggas.
I think it's when you talk about black folks in particular, I think it's when we realize that the Democratic Party is essentially just playing on our heartstrings. Now, look, I'm not saying the Republicans are great.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying either party is great.
They're
but
more
what I'm
honest,
saying,
though.
I think so in the current time, definitely. I think that it's more like we have presidential candidates, and instead of giving most of our vote automatically to one political party just because that's what you're supposed to do if you black, we look at both parties and we ask ourselves, or we ask them, what can we get from you? And the one that comes up with the best plan that's going to benefit African Americans specifically, those are the people we choose to vote for. It's that simple. What are you doing? It's not about what you're saying, it's what are you doing? We're okay with just taking the word for it and going, somebody just saying, yeah, I'm going to help black folks or doing whatever, but they never do it. You know what I'm saying? So we have to look at who comes up with the best plan for what, as a plan for the best thing to benefit African Americans, and that's how we start to gauge our vote. Stop giving our vote to people that for no reason. We're just giving away a free vote.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. Appreciate y'all.